And what is up, all moviegoers? TCT and Elizabeth Pinky Squirrel back again. Did you have a good birthday?
I did have a good birthday.
Yeah, guys, if you want to see her birthday video, we went to the Caps game. But what are we doing today, Pinky?
We're going to go see Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. It is Eggers' remake of Nosferatu, starring Lily Rose Depp, Willem Dafoe, and Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok.
Orlok, yep.
And guys, if you don't know who Count Orlok is, it's a rendition of Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dracula. I love anything to do vampires. Everybody's like, who's your favorite Universal type monster? Whether it be Frankenstein, the Mummy, Dracula, Creature of the Black Lagoon. It's always vampires. Grew up big fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yep, I did too.
Bram Stoker's Dracula. Dracula 2000 starring Gerard Butler.
Yep.
Bram Stoker was Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, you were telling me you enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, because he is also Sirius Black.
Yeah, so and Gary Oldman's also Commissioner Gordon in
Right.
the Dark Knight movies, which is amazing. And he's also in a movie she has not seen, and I am waiting to show her, Fifth Element.
Oh.
Yes, he plays Zorg.
Okay.
Zorg in Fifth Element with Bruce Willis. Sadly, I don't think they're ever on screen together in that movie.
Really?
But yes, but he is one of the bad guys in the movie, which is cool. So this is basically kind of a retelling, a reboot. Now, I wasn't going to go see this, and I don't think she was either. But a couple of days ago, we were going through Jeremy Johns' best movies of 2024 because, I mean, I watch Jeremy Johns. We all love Jeremy Johns here on YouTube. And he said, now I haven't watched his review to this, but he ranked this at number one, his favorite movie of 2024.
Right.
Today is New Year's, 2025, so it's not 2024 anymore.
No.
But the reason why the 2024 is in the title is because this movie came out in 2024 earlier this week, before 2025. That's why you're seeing 2024 in the title. But today is January 1st, 2025. This is our first movie of the new year, Nosferatu. Let's see if we enjoy it.
We are here encountering the vampire. Nosferatu.
All right, we just got out of Nosferatu. Did it live up to the hype?
I think so. I think it's going to get an award or so.
It's got to get an award. Let me just tell you guys, this is not for the faint of heart.
No.
This movie, for lack of a better term, drains you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like, not blood drain, but, I mean, it's very long.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes or so, but you definitely feel the 2 hours and 10 minutes. But it is so well performed and so well executed. Bill Skarsgård did an amazing job playing Count Orlok.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to say Olaf anymore. It's Count Orlok.
Orlok.
But and I'm going to call that out, by the way, because I keep wanting to say Orloff because I'm so used to Jim Carrey. But he could have played him too, by the way.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he. But here's the thing: Bill Skarsgård did a phenomenal job.
Yes.
Lily Rose Depp.
Oh my God.
She was insane in this movie. Let me just tell you the comparisons between her and Winona Ryder. Like, are we sure that this is not their child?
I don't know.
I don't think it is, but
She's definitely taking notes.
she's definitely taking notes because she plays just like Winona Ryder.
She really does.
I made a comment to Liz before this. It's creepy
Yeah.
how Winona Ryder was in a Dracula movie. Now Lily Rose Depp is in a Dracula movie.
Funny how
I
that
guess it's in
happens.
the Depp blood or the Depp pool or so. I don't know, man. I will say this fits the Johnny Depp like saga of the crazy insane movies that he did. His daughter,
She didn't.
she didn't disappoint. She didn't disappoint. She did a great job in this movie. She was insane in this movie, though.
The switches was just
There was moments where I was like, okay, is she being way over the top? But no. It called for that.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus. I thought she was like, wait a minute, is this bad acting or good acting? It was good acting. Once we get to the very end, you see all this stuff, all this way that she's acting is for a reason.
It makes sense.
It made sense. Basically, they treat Nosferatu, Count Orlok, like a plague.
Yeah.
A plague on humanity, which is insane. Aaron Taylor Johnson, who was the friend that took her in, that was taking care of her while Nicholas Hoult was. I loved his role.
Oh, he surprised me.
He the guy that played Kick-Ass, and he just played Kraven the Hunter, and he's in the first Godzilla with Bryan Cranston.
Well, and he was Renfield with Nicolas Cage.
He's
recently.
Great in this movie. Nicholas Hoult, amazing in this movie. He's Thomas, right?
He's Thomas.
Yes, he's Thomas, and we see him encounter Orlok first. That's the first time we encounter Orlok.
Yep.
And some of the shots, man, where it's just a slow. It's mostly just panning forward and back, forward and back.
It's very simple, but it turns into like a work of art.
Yeah. So basically, you see this throughout the whole movie, the shadow of Orlok.
The symbolism too. Oh my gosh.
And it's basically like the old silent film. I was waiting for the hand like grabbing around the corner, like they never did it. They just showed the door lock.
That would have been too obvious.
It would have been too, but it doesn't matter. This is a reboot. They could add that moment in, but I'm kind of glad they didn't. I'm with her. I'm kind of glad they didn't. It would have been way too obvious. They made it their own, and people they might complain that there wasn't a lot of Orlok in the movie. I think his presence was felt throughout the entire thing. Even when he's in the crate.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Speak what you were going to say.
It's just like there's night and day because he's Dracula, right?
Yeah.
But even in the day, he's very present.
He's very present. In the daytime, there's a sickness.
Yes.
That's spreading throughout the land that he's in, which is why I think that's why he was desperate to move, which is why he had them come and sign the papers and everything, because when he's over the city, he puts his hand out the window and he's like, this is all mine now. Kind of like a Freddy Krueger-ish type moment, you know?
The fingers, oh my gosh.
It's very, very similar to the Freddy Krueger thing. That's kind of where they got it from, was a Nosferatu, where they got the Freddy Krueger hand idea from like a Nosferatu demon,
that was excellent.
Very present. You can't tell it's Bill Skarsgård.
No,
he is amazing. Willem Dafoe playing the Doctor.
Oh, he was great.
One of my favorite roles that he's ever been in.
He kind of kept it going and explained everything as we went.
Yes, if you were not understanding of Nosferatu and what it was, everybody thought Nosferatu is the name of the vampire. No, it's the name of the stuff that's happening.
Right.
It's a Nosferatu plague, which means it's a vampiric plague, basically. And Willem Dafoe did a phenomenal job explaining that. And he was basically for the audience, like to follow along.
He was great.
And you could tell he was having a great time doing this role. He was having so much fun.
I love this part.
His number one line in the movie, he would say it all the time. Why didn't you tell me this?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me? Wait, you knew this and you didn't tell me? You didn't think to tell me? He said that so many times, and you're like, tell the guy that knows everything.
He was kind of comic relief too.
I really enjoyed it. Would I agree with Jeremy Johns stating that it was movie of the year? No, there's several other contenders for movie of the year. You had Deadpool, Wolverine, you had Wicked, you have this.
I don't think Wicked was an artistic masterpiece.
But this was good.
I think this was better than Wicked.
So she liked it more and honestly, I like this one more than Wicked as well.
Oh my gosh, that last frame. You've got to see that last frame.
I know that I said in the Wicked review that this was going to be the year where everybody remembered Wicked, Deadpool, Wolverine. This is going to be the year that everybody remembered Nosferatu, and that it came out at Christmas, and we now know why it came out at Christmas, because this was
a Christmas story.
It's a Christmas. It was taking place at Christmas, especially with the little kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't say too much, because there's two little girls that'll grab your attention and grab your heart in this movie, and it's really good the way that they do it.
I like the cat.
Well, the cat was it's a little symmetry. I think it's kind of Universal Monster-ish, because think about the cat with this story, and then think about the cat with the mummy.
Right.
Right? So cats are guardians of the underworld.
Right.
That's why I like when I see cats in movies based on Universal monsters. I really enjoy seeing cats, and so every time she saw the cat, she's a cat person. She's like, look at this. Ah, like she was
But I
giggling.
picked up on it because it was kind of like her familiar, like a witch.
Yes, a familiar, and I'm glad you used that word because the familiars are like the ones that protect them or the ones
Right.
that want to be, you know.
Right.
So like in Blade, a familiar is one that protects them and wants to be them, and that's really cool. I love that it ended like it did in the book. It ends the way that it does in the book. It's very faithful to the book, to Bram Stoker's book.
When the carriage came by, I'm like, that's right from the words.
Yes, it's very faithful to Bram Stoker's book, and I think that this is definitely going to win some awards, possibly some Oscars.
Definitely for the lighting guys.
Yes, the
Oh my
cinematography, like I said, is top notch. So if you're thinking about going to see this, I would highly recommend it. But if you don't like jump scares, I mean, there's a lot of jump scares in this.
This was on par with Terrifier with me. For
jump scares.
For scary eeriness.
Yeah, it's very eerie. It's not for everybody. No. I'm going to tell you, there's a gothic presence in this. Very satanic, very demonic, and it's very Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
It's very It. You know, like some of the way they're cutting the shots and like the like it very It. Pennywise the Clown, very very much like that. We enjoyed watching this. Anything else you want to talk about? The score,
it was perfectly not there.
It was perfectly not there. I was literally going to say I'd never recognized the score.
It was just in the background.
I never recognized the score, but it was enough to get you from place to place.
Right. It would come out when it needed.
I think, to me, that's kind of a letdown because the first Nosferatu is a silent film and it relied heavily on the score.
It was Nosferatu, a symphony of horror?
Yes. Which is why I am very like the Dracula music, you know what I'm saying? Was not present in this movie.
No.
There was a lot of type sound effects over the music, like
the mixing was different.
Yes, the mixing. So to the mixing guys, you know, like I could give this movie like a perfect rating for just the way it's acted and it's shot and everything like that. I'm not gonna.
It was very visual.
It was very visual. The soundtrack, I wasn't crazy about the soundtrack at all. I think they kind of failed on the soundtrack. They didn't need to really have a soundtrack
it
for
was
it.
Minimized.
It was minimized because the performances were jumping off screen so much that a soundtrack might have been too much overload.
Yep.
And I kind of get that, but I kind of wanted a little, just even if it's a small piano here. There was nothing like that I could pick apart for soundtrack. I might come back to it later and be like, yeah, the soundtrack really did get kicking into gear during the third act, though. But at the very beginning, it's just it's kind of like a heartbeat, boom, 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 boom,
which
boom,
is
boom.
interesting.
And then by the end of the third act, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you feel about the soundtrack? Like,
I have to listen to it again.
I would have to listen to it again, and that's telling me something because I didn't pick up on it in the theater. I was a little disappointed in the soundtrack, but everything else was amazing. What else?
Oh, just visually stunning.
Oh, the shot with the carriage on the crossroads. I pointed it out to her in the theater as my favorite shot in the movie.
And it got better from there.
It got better from there, but that's my favorite shot in the movie. That set up the whole movie. Okay, it's going to be one of these type of movies.
No, my favorite is the last frame.
Oh yeah, the last frame. Yeah, we're not going to say what the last frame is,
but you gotta
because it's a massive spoiler. But
it was a beautiful ending.
Yeah, so we're not gonna say anything that happens in this movie. We want you to watch this for yourself, but we are gonna tell you this was cinematically gold.
Right.
They did a great job. Bill Skarsgård acted his ass off. Like Lily Rose acted her ass off.
Oh, she. Oh my gosh.
Like those two had a good chemistry. They're only on screen together a few times, and every time they were on screen, you're like, oh my God, who's going to steal the scene? They were fighting. They were fighting between each other. It was like, I'm going to steal the scene. No, I'm going to steal the scene. I'm going to steal the scene. There was so much.
Oh.
Amazing. You could see what?
Oh, you could just. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's just
It's still fresh in your mind, so it's like what they call the Marvel effect. It's so fresh in your mind, you won't remember until a couple of days later.
right.
Yeah. All right. So, what would you rate this movie?
I give it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
I was gonna give it an 8 too. I would have given it a 10 if the soundtrack had been what I wanted it to be, but I'm gonna tell you this, for a vampire movie, one of the best ones I've seen, and I've seen a lot of vampire movies. You know, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Dracula 2000, the original Dracula from 1931, all the Blade. I call Blade a vampire movie because it is.
It is.
Shoot, this is definitely top 5 from what I've seen. And will I watch it again? You got to kind of be in a mood. It has a rewatchability, but it's so slow. Like if you just want,
it's slow, but it's.
if you want to sit down with the family and they want to watch something creepy, this is the perfect one.
Yeah.
But you need to warn them. There is nudity. There's a little bit of language, and there's a lot of blood in this. Yeah. I will tell you that. There is nudity. There's a lot of nudity.
Oh, and anyone who's doesn't like squishy noises.
Anybody that doesn't like...
The misophonia
look,
factor.
we know this is a vampire.
Oh.
He's going to be eating and sucking people's blood.
Right. It surprised me how loud that was.
But it's very visual, and it's very...
Yeah.
You know, and that grosses people out. There is a lot of puke in this.
I know.
Like there's people that are watching it happen going, ah, not in the theater, but on the movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, okay, so, but that's what would really happen.
Right.
Like if somebody were to see somebody drinking someone's blood, they're gonna throw up.
Yep.
You know, so or see like rats and stuff like that. Like you see a lot of rats in this. If you're scared of rats, it's not the movie for you. I'm gonna tell you right now. But yeah, I'm gonna give this an 8, solid A movie. It's one of the best movies of 2024. Here we are to welcome in 2025.
Yep.
So let's see what we have coming out soon, and we'll follow right along. Guys, thank you for joining the channel. Welcome all new subscribers who have been here. This is a new era for 2025. Let's make it a good one. We're going to be going to a con in a couple of weeks.
Right.
I'm going to be shooting a couple of things there, possibly. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to at this one. This one's a little strict about me pulling out the phone. But I'll definitely give you guys something. But as always, this is TCT and Pinky Squirrel signing off. Have a great New Year's, everyone, and we'll see you again on the next movie review. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But hit that like button, guys. A lot of people are subscribing but not hitting the like button. The like button helps a lot. So let's do that. Hit the like button if you're enjoying this video. And we'll see you again on the next movie review.